politics and how it is being played?
I think I mentioned that politics that has been played now, right, it is not efficient and it cannot be effective, right? Because the essence of politics itself is governance. You can't take governance away from politics. You understand? And governance, politics is all about democracy. Greatest good for the greatest number of people. So you must have people, that have the genuine empathy, and not just a kind of personal passion. Because people try to show try to show that they are passionate about people only for them to get their votes. So you must look at the background. Where are you coming from? Where have you discovered this passion? A lot of people just wake up from their sleep and say, "Oh, now there is vote for the people. I want to, lift my people up." So people must create that time, right, to understand it, and most importantly, you must participate. People must participate, right, so that they are able to actively get involved and not sit a lot more people on the fence. And I will tell you clearly, when you flash back at all level of government, all the governments that we have had in the history of this country, perhaps even way back from the Second Republic, you realize that it is easy. It gets very easy for people to gather numbers together for protest. It's easy for us to go on strike, right? So these are issues and these are demonstrations against policies of government. And you see the numbers of people that will come together to generate and go against government. However, if less than 10% of these people are not voters, eligible voters, but they do not participate in the process of voting. However, whereas the process of voting, which we feel, or they will tell you, if you ask most Nigerians, they will tell you there is a long queue for them to go and get registered. And even then, when you go to voting center, it's kind of very cumbersome. But when you look at the process of protest, sometimes they have to walk from their houses to Lekki Gate. At the case they probably have to walk from the places to Ojota. You understand? As the case may be. And they stay there for days, right? Whereas it takes you a few minutes or hours to exercise your civic responsibility. So if more people will show more responsibility, and patriotism, so that we can all put heads together, put these numbers together. You see, we must start to have a process, that will bring the best of us, because governance is about presenting the best of all of us, right? To administer what is for all of us, right? And not to administer for yourself. So choose the best for all of us. So you see, the enormous responsibility comes to you. It comes to your face when you see that massive movement. What people say, "Oh, we have decided that this is what we get." In my dad's case, in 1979, he won the election. In 1983, he won with a larger number of votes, and it can be justified for what he was able to achieve in 4 years. 4 years. So it was, but unfortunately, the administration was cut short.
Military.
Military. We only had 3 months for
Second
term. In fact, I was having a joke with somebody when I was reading the tribunal where somebody was fighting for the mandate. And I said, there's also Jakande a mandate that was fully given to the people, given by the people of Lagos State in 1983. Right? He only spent 3 months instead of 4 years. So they still owe him 3
This
years.
is
Three years
I
and
said,
then
I want to go by the word, and to satisfy your expectation. I would say I was born into politics.
Yeah.
You were going to explain that transition,
Yeah.
and you were explaining that transition before we threw another question at you, which was the question about at what point you decided to go, that you realized you were going to Baba's life. So I'd like you to finish with that at the point you transited from whatever it was you were doing, as a private person.
So I think, like I said, I've answered that question,
Yes.
right? But I also that you have a different. They said the taste of the.
Is it the eating?
Is it
of the pudding?
Is it the eating?
Yeah.
So even though it's the same answer,
Yeah,
but it tastes different.
It tastes different.
What your aspect or your expectation of my answer is also demands some bit of clarity in the sense that you see we all assume that you are not a politician until you aspire. So when people see you aspire, you say, when did they start politics? When did they join politics? So there's been interwoven, it's been linked together that for you to be a politician, they will see your banner. Like my friend, now, we say he's not a politician, right? But the next, you see his banner next to it, you say, when did he start into politics? When did he join politics? So people try to distinguish, right? When did you start and when, So for me, I think showing aspiration towards certain positions of office, for me, takes a lot of responsibility, first of all, and then it takes a lot of re-evaluation, of the task ahead, understanding it, and then believing that you have the capacity, to actually deliver on it. So, of course, because the process that we practice in this part of the world is democracy, and you must have gone through those stages in order for you to emerge. That does not literally mean that is when you have started politics, So having defined that your method of politics, I'll take it back to how I started politics, to the answer that I gave to you, that I was born into politics.